Hello everybody, I'm Heather and this is going to be my Halloween 2024 home tour. And if you have any questions about where I got anything or how I made something, just put it in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. A lot of the things I have made, so I can point you in the right direction of a video or explain to you how I made it, or maybe make a new video that I haven't made yet. But I'll show you my favorite brooch that I've gotten so far this year. It's a bat and it has multicolored stones in it. Wore it with some bat earrings and a bat barrette. So my theme for myself today is Batty. But if you have any questions about anything, make sure you put it in the comments below and make sure you like and subscribe. And if you think somebody else will be interested in the decorations that I've done, so that they can, use it for inspiration or copy anything, just make sure you share it to somebody. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's go. Happy Halloween. Okay, so over here, I like to start at my back door where my kitchen's at. So I changed up the curtains this year, but I did keep it with the theme. This is like a t-shirt material. And I like using t-shirt material on my curtains because it's really flouncy and that kind of thing, and it works really good on the door because it's lightweight. And those are magnetic curtain rods on my door. So I just put a little bit of pom-pom trim at the bottom and did some pom-pom trim on this orange part at the top. And this orange part up here, this is actually like a felt material, but I got a whole bundle of it at Walmart because they're like discontinuing their, what do you call that? They're, where you can buy fabric by the yard. They're discontinuing it at the store that I go to. And this banner up here at the top is like vintage style banner, and it's, die cuts, and I got that from Temu. And I really like it a lot up there. And I made this a couple years ago. It's my family portrait of my kids, husband, and I. As pumpkin head people. And these, I showed these in last year's video. I made these, what are they? Spider webs for the tree, but this year I'm using them in other ways. But okay, so anyway, let's go this direction. This sign I've had a long time. It's a Dollar Tree sign, but I've always liked it because it's good for the kitchen. It's a menu. And this is one of those plastic popcorn vintage decor items. I've had that for quite a while. My husband and son got that for me. And over here at the coffee area, I really didn't do a whole lot. I was trying to keep it clutter-free. And up here, I got some new lights for above my cabinets on this side this year, so I'm kind of excited about those. That boo sign back there, I can't remember. I think that might be from Target. I don't know. I can't remember. I've had it for a while. And then those little houses are little wooden houses I've gotten and painted to kind of match my, theme. And, those little houses right there are Dollar Tree houses, and I just painted them black because it's a silhouette situation. And then you probably recognize those skeleton lights. They are $5 at Dollar Tree. And I thought that they would go cute up there above the sink. And then a haunted house towel to kind of match the theme. Those scrub daddies are kind of fun that look like skulls. And it smells like the apple cider Mrs. Meyer's cleaner in here. That's my favorite one. And I'm going to buy like 5 or 6 of those this year so that I'll have enough to last me all year. Because I like the smell of that even when it's not Halloween. And my houses, I made most of those last year. And I thought I would reuse them again this year. I really liked how it looked. Especially with the new lights behind them on this side. I really enjoy how that looks. And some little this and that's over here. I didn't put anything in the fish tank this year to decorate for him, but he's got a few things around the outside. Now, this is a good alternative right here if you don't want to do a 3-tiered tray and you have lots of milk glass containers like that. You can stack those and put stuff in them. I really like that. Above the door going into the dining room, I have that old sign that's, 31. And then a witch broom right there. That's from Joann's several years ago. Just some this and that's hanging around here on this shelf. This right here is kind of fun. I had these gingerbread men left over from last Christmas, so I painted some of them. Everybody knows not to eat them, but I painted some of them to look at Halloween and put them right close to the edges. And those candy corns are really old too. Don't eat those. And this is my little cow creamer. I bought it in England and I just put a little witch hat on it. And some things behind my stove here just to give the festive feels. And aren't these cute little napkins? I think they're really cute, vintage looking little napkins. And then here's some towels on the front of my stove. And I made the one underneath so that it would match my curtains. And then the food is to die for. I like that one. I got it at Joann's this year. And then I put a salt dough recipe and I decorated it to look Halloween so that I could put it back there on my little recipe card stand. My spoon container has a few Halloween things in there. There's a Frankenstein back there. And this little container here just has some little Halloween cupcake stuff in it. Thought that would be fun. And this plate I've had for a really long time. I like to use it for baking, putting cakes on it. And I just put one of those bats from Dollar Tree out of one of their sticker packs on the middle of it. Oh, and that's one of those little skull buckets from Dollar Tree. And I put a piece of foam in the bottom of it and a bunch of Halloween picks that you put in your cupcakes. That print is from, it's actually a canvas and it's from Temu. But it matched the theme really well with the houses and stuff in here. So I gotta put my drink down, that way I don't have to keep standing here with it. I did the white Target houses above this window with, Halloween trees. And this little shelf here, this was fun this year. That's my, that little tree is one of those vintage feather trees. But I bought some of the ornaments from Dollar Tree and I just painted them with, what do you call that? I'm drawing a blank. Paint that's not shiny, like a matte finish paint. And then I polka dotted them so that they would all match. And match some of the things in here. This is one of those little cookie jars from Walmart this year. And there's a witch Pez dispenser and some cookie decorating, cake decorating type stuff in there. A little bowl of candy. This I got a couple years ago. It's so cute. It's fragile though. I have to be really careful not to break any of his fingers off. And this is a vintage die cut, and I just put some polka dotted fabric behind it in this frame. And over here I didn't do too much. I have, I made that last year and I replaced it with a metal one this year, but I thought it would still be fun to have him up there. Another one of the dish towels that has a haunted house on it. I just love a classic haunted house. It's one of my favorite Halloween decorations. And on the cabinets on this side, see right there is the metal Headless Horseman. that I bought this year. So that's pretty much everything in my dining room. I mean, in my kitchen. Let's go ahead and go into the dining room. Okay, so when we first get into the dining room, I found this cute little lamp they're made for putting like above your bed, but I thought it would be really cute right here. Let me try not to back into anything. And it kind of points down onto this, you know, witchy situation, and I'm going to explain this to you. So what we have here is a witch hat, and there's some fabrics and stuff down here with it, and these are hat boxes that my Aunt Alice gave me. So that's what kind of started the idea of this theme, was using the hat boxes as like a witch area where you can go in and you can pick out your items that you want for your personal witch hat. Because if you were a real witch, your hat wouldn't just be one that's plain that you just, you know, you were wearing it and it looked like everybody else's. So that's the idea in here. See, we've got a bundle of old lace and some things, and then here, if you wanted to do a letter or a gift tag, you can make your own wax melt here to seal up the envelopes. See, I have a few of them already made. Here's a heart one, and here's one that'll focus. It's got a crow on it. You can see it right here. So that's what it looks like when you stamp it. And there's one with a bat. And then I love this frog potion bottle that comes from Michael's this year. I mentioned it in some of my items that for my haul. I just love it. It looks good. It doesn't come with the cork on top. I added that myself, but I love it. Look how he looks at you. He's so grumpy. And this card back here with the moon on it, I got that in England when I was there a few years ago, and I save it and don't do anything with it and just put it out for Halloween because I like it so much. And these, I thought this was kind of cute. I was working on a project, and it was, you know, taking a long time for the paint to dry, so I just had all these little tiny frames. So I took a bunch of my Halloween fabrics and put them in there, because if you order a witch hat and you need patches on it or anything, you can pick from all of those fabrics. And then some spools of thread, and see my little sign here on top of this paper. This paper witch hat that I made a long time ago says fabric samples. And this mushroom candle I got at a psychic festival thing that I went to a couple years ago. And I made this little mushroom out of clay. This little mini tea party set used to be my mother-in-law's. This right here is, okay, for one, it's like actual, like, you know, a fungus that I pulled off of a tree stump outside. But I thought it looked like a rose, and it's so pretty. Look at it. And in here I put like a golden frog. So, you know, think of him what you will. Is it my frog prince? Is that my husband? He's not here right now. Maybe that's him. And this is a big spool of trim that I bought at a thrift store. And I put a post in the middle of it, okay? And then a witch hat that I got for, it was very cheap, like a dollar at that same thrift store. But I decorated the top of it so that it would look a little bit fancier. And it's an example of a hat that you can get here in the witch's shop. Look at that cute little cat bottle. It's an Avon bottle. I got that at an antique store. Amber glass, so it matches this lamp. And look at all these little doodads. We got some thread and some potions and some potion bottles, candles, all kinds of witchy junk. See this little pin cushion back here? And we've got some spider stick pins in it. See that? And here's another hat. I'll step back so you can see. We've got a pumpkin down here. See, the sign even says hats and brooms. It's a little bit dark over here in this corner, so hopefully you'll be able to see okay. This was a little shelf that I got from Temu, and I repainted it just black and put a little bit of sparkle in it. And I got some, let's see if I open this door. Okay. This is a vintage die cut. It's one of the older ones that I have. These are some little potion bottle lights. Let me see if I can get it to focus on one of them. They've got fresh batteries in them, so it's, you know, kind of hard to see. But I got those from Michael's this year. I just put the Salem bag on the outside of this door and put a few flowers in it. This painting I got at Salvation Army this year, and I just put some witches on it. I think I talked about that in my last video, my haul. That's a string full of witch boots. I'm going to do something else with those. I just don't know what yet. I'm still trying to figure it out. Now we're going to come over here to... I'm briefly going to show you the china cabinet and the tree because I did a whole video on decorating the china cabinet. So I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But here's my tree, and it's covered with seashells and mushrooms, skulls, dried flowers, you know, oranges, all kinds of stuff. There's a witch broom back there. And I've got this witch broom right here. And then there's a stick right here that I got when I went to Cape Cod last year. I found it on the beach, and I plan on making a nice new broom with it. I just haven't yet. Now those bulbs in there are black lights, and they are from Dollar Tree, and they work really well. So make sure you go back and watch my video on where I decorate the china cabinet, and it'll show you where I put everything and how I did it. But let me step back so you can see it. Ooh, sorry. Okay, let me show you the table. So I've tried something different. I tried without tablecloth, and I usually have this white lace tablecloth that you can see right there. I usually have that on the table, and then I ended up not liking how it looked with nothing on it. So, but I wanted it to be a little bit of a dark table, so I had some sheer fabric, another one that I got from Walmart this year on their clearance. So I just put sheer black fabric over top of my white lace tablecloth. And then I have these cups. I found those at a thrift store recently, and it's got something in it. But I thought that it would go well, and you could drink soup out of it. And let's see, these plates, see if I can get the texture of it really good. If you look at it really close, the vines are like a velvet texture. I don't know if you can pick it up or not, but that's a new item that they sell at Michael's. And I painted the back side of these clear glass plates. I painted them with paint that I made to make them look like amber glass. Because see these little cups over here, those are real amber glass, and I think that came out where it matched pretty good. And I even went around the edges of these plates with some gold leafing paint, and I really like how it looks. And these little spoons that are with the cup are really cute, very detailed. You can get those, I think it comes in a pack of 7, I believe, from Temu, and they were very inexpensive. This I've had for a really long time, this teapot. Another Temu item that I've gotten this year are these candles back here. I highly recommend them. I've seen them other places and they cost a lot more. I got 6 of those candles. I think it was for like $5. You know, there's lots of different sellers on that site, so you got to make sure you look and see who's got the best price. This flower arrangement here in the middle, I just put it in one of my crocks, and I've had these dried flowers. I made those, you know, a long time ago, so. But yeah, I like how the table came out, and I like how the viney situation for the plates, I'm really happy with how that looks this year. Let me know what you think. So this lamp, I put an orange light bulb in it to give this whole area right here, you know, an orange vibe. My little shelf here, I always have this here, and I just put different things on it for the season. I couldn't get this picture to work last year, and all of a sudden it worked again this year, so who knows? It probably won't work again next year. But I found this picture for 50 cents at an antique store, and I just thought it looked like, you know, something that you would see in Salem, a house that you would see in Salem, so I thought I'd put that there. Some witchy situations. And here's the tree. Oh, and see my tie back for this curtain right here. That used to be, I'll show you on the other curtain too. It used to be one of those garlands that I got from Michael's, and I just pulled it apart and made some curtain tie backs. My tree has some big spiders on it. And down here at the bottom, I've got some different things. This big cauldron back here has some of my older things that I've got. See, I've got the Tootsie Pop lights in there, and it still has the price tag on it when it was at the actual store a long time ago. I think it was in the early 90s. I haven't checked to see if those lights work. I'm sure they do. They're, you know, they're new. They're still in the package. My trick-or-treat sign, I've had that for several years now. I got it from TJ Maxx. That never shows up with the lights on the camera. They're like almost black light purple, not that bright white that they show up. And there is a bird in that cage. Made that a couple years ago. She's an oldie. And here on the bookshelf, I made those spiderweb things several years ago, and I still really like how they look. I don't want to get rid of them. So this year I used them at the top of the shelf like that instead of in the corners separating the living room from the dining room. So I've tucked some traditional type Halloween stuff on this shelf here and there. These guys are some of my favorites. I really like those. They didn't have those this year at TJ Maxx. That pumpkin down there fell over. I'll have to fix that. Sometimes my doggie likes to go from one room to the other really fast and she knocks over things. See, there's that other tie back that I did with those felt balls. This right here is really cute. This is an artist made this, and it's like a screen print on glass, and it's of a graveyard. But I like it sitting here in the window because it's the stained glass and you can see it really well. You can still buy those cats new, but that one's really old. These are some little postcards that I got in Salem this year. I got 3 of them. This one's of the witch house. You've seen those before. I made those. The ghost is made out of a goose egg. I made this last year. I used a picture of a tarot card and I repainted it on poster board. It's, you know, it's a full piece of poster board, so that's pretty big. Let me scoot back and see if I can have you see the whole thing here. Okay, so now we'll go from the dining room into the living room. So these lights that shine down on these pictures, that was a new find this year, and I'm really happy. See, you can turn it off and turn it back on with a remote. See there? And I really like how that adds to the being able to see these in the living room, because our living room is a little bit dark. There's Bean. She's probably going to jump up there on the back of the couch. So the theme in my living room, let me see if I can get that so there's no glare, is classic horror movies. And I bought red velvet material so that I could make curtains, and we've got some lace in the background with some gold bats on it to add to that Hollywood vibe for the classic movies. You know, like what you would see in an old movie theater was the idea. Let's see if I can see. See, it's it. Those are just those bats that you can get from Dollar Tree, and I scraped a bunch of the glitter off of them, and I spray painted them with a really metallic gold paint. This I made, it's like red sand for like a little Zen garden. She's scary, huh? Different things on this shelf. The Zagnut down there was my ode to Beetlejuice. Those are the masks that you can get from Spirit. There's lights behind this thing, but you can't hardly tell with the light coming through the door. There's a little Alfred Hitchcock area with all the birds. These I painted several years ago, and I thought that they would work in here this year. And some black light reactive things are at the top of the stairs there. And I've got a ghost right up there with the black light. And here on the coffee table, I have this hurricane lamp that I made a long time ago. I still really like how it looks. And some Halloween magazines and a skull. I'll show you what the whole couch looks like if you back up. I'm going to say goodbye to this couch. In like 2 weeks, I have a new one coming. And it's not a sectional. That way I'll be able to rearrange my furniture once in a while. See where she's laying? Bean, are you sweet? Are you a good girl? She is. She's a good girl. There's not really much Halloween going on there. That skull and the scary looking telephone where you might answer it and get, you know, a phone call that you don't want. It's spam. I got this in Salem when I went this year. I love those little pumpkin pillows. So let's go back over here. You can see that from a distance. I love how the lights turned out for all of this stuff this year. Still have an air conditioner in the window. It hasn't been consistently cool enough to get rid of it. Say goodbye, Bean. See her back there. So I hope you liked my Halloween home tour, and make sure you give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe. And don't forget, if you have any questions about where I got anything that you saw in my video, let me know. And I probably will still do a maybe we'll see, a bedroom and a bathroom tour. I haven't decorated completely in those rooms yet, but I will. I still have plenty of time. And thank you guys for stopping by and watching my video, and have a happy Halloween. Make sure you buy yourself some bags of candy, even if you don't have any kids around. You know, you gotta have some fun in your life, right? Anyway, thank you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Happy Halloween.